Hey, what's up, everybody? So today we are going to talk about something that we all have been dealing with. We're going to talk about COVID. More specifically, how I have transgressed through this time. So, of course, in November, December 2019, a new pathogen showed up. SARS-CoV-2, also known as the coronavirus of COVID-19. Originated out in Wuhan, China, province, small province. And it very quickly spread around the world. Now, I knew. I had watched, I had looked, I had followed the science from the jump. It was March 9th, 2020. And I'm here in southern Arkansas. My brother, my older brother, he lives in California. He was planning on having a wedding in July in California. And I told him March 9th. You might want to think about changing your plans. I was like, cause one of the countries that I've been to, they just shut down. And that was when Italy had closed all borders. Okay? It was about to be spring break. And one of the most incredible fucking tourist places in the world. And they shut the borders. When I saw that, because I've been to Italy multiple times, okay? When I saw that they closed the borders, I was like, shit, it's real, okay? And I'm like, yo, they got to do more than they doing. And I told my brother, he was like, hey man, we blessed, we ain't worried about that. And I was like, don't believe that shit. I was like, you need to take this thing seriously because our government is not. And holy shit, I was right. They were not. I don't care if that offends you. I don't. They didn't. And so, because I knew they weren't, I knew that one of my gifts is the ability to locate information. And I was like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to locate all the information I can on this virus. And I disseminated that information every single day. Every single day. For over a year. I had to watch as the death toll went from 50,000 to 100,000 to 200,000 to 300,000. All the while, I am steadily trying to implore people and convince people, wear a mask. Don't go out if you don't need to. Wash your hands. And for some reason people turn a public health and safety issue into a personal fucking choice. And it's not a personal choice. You don't get to choose if other people around you live or die. And that's what you did. That's what people did. They decided that their comfort was more important than the safety of everybody else around them, including their own fucking families. Like, how selfish are you? And that's all I could think about was how fucking selfish people were being. Because it ain't about you. It's about everybody else, and nobody can fucking get that. I don't want to say nobody. That's wrong. Plenty of fucking people got that. But I live in the South. And it's amazing to me that in the South, of all fucking places, people want to talk about rights. I have my rights. Really? Here you want to bitch about your rights. Y'all didn't have a problem with motherfuckers' rights. I don't know. 60 years ago? 70 years ago? 80, 90, 100? Oh, but now you care about rights. Got it. Cool. So, I just got my second COVID vaccine. All right. And it whooped my ass. I'm not going to lie, a little bit. I got the shot yesterday. Last night, arm hurt like hell. Barely can fucking move it. And then I got like some wicked chills. Okay. Like I was fully clothed in my bed and like wrapped up in the blankets. And I was like, I'm so cold. Okay. So I ended up having to throw on a fucking hoodie. And it's so worth it. It's so fucking worth it. I would go through this pain. I would go through the discomfort a million fucking times to not have to be so fucking concerned about what the fuck somebody else has been doing with their life. Because that's what you have to think. That's what you have to think about. And people wasn't doing that. People weren't thinking about the fact that, oh, yeah, I could be doing everything right and still fucking die because some dumbass decided to go to a block party. And people coming around and they're like, masks don't work. Let's finish that sentence. Let's finish that sentence, because when you say masks don't work, what you're doing is putting it out there that there's no point in wearing them. And that's the wrong fucking sentiment to fucking make. Because scientifically, it is proven that they do help. See, you're saying they don't work. They do work. They do. Even cheap cloth masks. Now, I'm not going to say wearing like a fucking piece of lace over your face is going to do very much at all, but guess what? It could probably stop one or two little droplets. Right? Maybe one or two. That's one or two things that can't get in your body. But no. But people were fucking knocking cloth masks. And they're like, you know, if they're not N95s, it's not going to do anything. So here's the thing. And I guess the easiest way to put this, let's say I'm in your face and I spit when I talk. Okay? And I'm just... stuff flies everywhere, right? But if I have a mask on, when I talk, it ain't gonna get on your face. So you're like, oh yeah, well that's spit. That's not like a tiny, tiny microscopic virus. Correct. That is correct. But what the masks were supposed to do is give doctors time. Slow it down. Give them time to make a vaccine. The other part that it does is it limits the amount of exposure that you get so your body can actually fight it off, which is why the death toll started dropping dramatically when mask mandates started showing up. Everywhere where they had an enforced mask mandate, the numbers went down, and you still have people saying masks don't work. Today, April 16th, 2021, there are still people saying that masks don't work today. 80,000 people have fucking died. And this is still a talking point. I don't understand at what point in time did we get to the point where we're like, you know what? Fuck if everybody else might die. I'm gonna walk around without some shit. Like, that's so selfish. That's so not giving a damn about your fellow man. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe it's because maybe I don't get it because I wasn't put on this earth to understand shit like that. All I've done my entire life is dedicated myself to helping others. So, no, I don't get that. If you have lost someone or you know somebody that has during this pandemic, because of this pandemic, I am sorry. Trust me, I have felt your pain. On January 20th, 2021, then two regular citizens, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, they organize this huge memorial commemorating the 400,000 lives that we had lost. And I cried my eyes out just hearing about it. Just reading what they plan to do. Because I felt it. I still feel it. Because it didn't have to fucking be that way. It didn't have to be that way at all. But it was. Because people were selfish. And because the people that could do something about it, they lied to us. For ratings. For fucking poll positions. That's so many fucking suicides and shit. Like, the amount of excess deaths, because there is a certain amount of deaths that just happen every year. There was over 300,000 excess deaths that don't even get counted. That don't even get counted towards COVID. For the people that committed suicide. From being on lockdowns. Domestic abuse, people getting killed by their spouses because they're stuck in the house with them. People with Alzheimer's or dementia that live alone. Family couldn't get out to see them. Or how about all of the crazy amount of cases of pneumonia that shot up in the South during the last year? Pneumonia, huh? Interesting. Sounds like a problem with the lungs. Yeah. Hey, what does COVID affect again? Oh shit, it definitely affects the lungs. That's wild. Hey, you know what else it affects? It affects the brain. Yeah, a lot. So much so that dementia cases have gone up. Skyrocketed. Because it kills brain tissue too. So you have a disease that can attack your lungs, that can attack your heart, that can attack your brain. Last time I checked, those are very important things. And yet, we still had people that was like, fuck your mask. Snowflake. That's the problem with the world. If you want to put a pin in it, right there, People don't give a fuck about other people. Even when you know your actions can lead to the deaths of people around you. Guess what? You're like, whatever. It ain't real. And I'm sorry that y'all hear that and y'all hear like some fucking southern fucking tones. But guess what? I live in the South and we got some ignorant motherfuckers down here. People want to know, are the vaccines safe? Yes. Yes, they are. I have actually spoken to the woman who helped invent the vaccine. She goes by Kizzy. Dr. Kizzy on Twitter. Matter of fact, and you can actually find her on Facebook too. Her name is Kizmika. Black girl. Pretty. Smart as hell. And what was funny was she was talking about going to Target after getting her vaccine. And I was like, yo. She said, I went to Target the first time as a vaccinated person. And this was a couple of months ago. And I was like, yo, you just got your vaccine? What? But she ended up messaging me back and was like, nah, I've been had it. It was just the first time she had went to Target since she had. And she even showed me the chart, her medical chart from when her antibodies hit peak. Okay, that's when the vaccine is at its strongest, when your body and everything is working as most efficient. And yeah, so when I tell people the vaccine's safe, okay, it is. I had always wanted the Moderna, which is the one that I got, so that works out very cool. The reason I wanted the Moderna is just because I live in a small town, and logistically, the storage temps were far lower. And so I knew that in a small town like my own, that would have a better chance of success. Because the Pfizer one was at like negative 70 degrees Celsius. It's really cold. That's for just, transferring it. It has to be negative 70 while Moderna was negative 20. And I was like, oh yeah, we could do that. And then the Moderna one, the storage time, you were able to store it in regular like fridge temps for like a month. And I was like, hell yeah. Because that means it won't go bad. That means it won't go bad and more people can get inoculated. Perfect. That's what I want. And that's what I got. But we are still in this. We are still in this because there are still people right now saying masks don't work. We're still in this fight, y'all. I don't know when we'll be out of it. But I do know I don't have to live in fear. I know I still have a 1 in 20 chance. 5%. Moderna's efficacy is 94.5%. That leaves, 5.5. Which is basically 1 in 20 fucking people with COVID that are positive for COVID. They could infect me. But I still wear masks in public. I don't give a shit. Because I got babies. And the people around me got babies. And got families and parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews. They got family, y'all. They got friends. That's why I cover this up. That's why y'all see in so many of my videos, me with a mask on. Even when I'm outside. And you'd be like, oh, he's just posturing. So fucking what if I'm posturing? So what? People need to see that. You need to see someone speaking from their heart and speaking truth and giving knowledge and being very spiritualized. You need to see those types of people doing the right thing. And just in case anybody's wondering, how can somebody that claims to be so spiritual cuss so much? because that ain't got shit to do with what I believe. That's why. And what I believe is taking care of your fellow man, looking out for one another, being kind to one another. So I implore all of you that see this, that watch this, get vaccinated. I trust Pfizer and Moderna. At this point in time, Johnson & Johnson's a little suspect, not gonna lie, because of the weird clotting issues that some people have had. It's been like 6 or 7 people that have had some clotting issues. So they've kind of shelved it for a second here. That actually happened a couple of days ago. So if you can get Pfizer or Moderna, absolutely do it. It is a good thing. Because the beauty of it is even if that 1 in 20, even if you get burned, okay, like, damn, they got me. Even so, you won't transmit. Ain't that wild? Wow, I've been talking for 20 minutes. Holy hell. Okay. I'm out, y'all. Please wear your mask. Get vaccinated. Physically distance when possible. Be kind to yourselves.